I said that I'll fight in 10-ounce gloves. It was essentially a pro fight. Mad. But
just go dark and scam people. But as a person who hasn't been a victim of this, it's quite amusing.
Floyd Mayweather, you are a very insecure, unconfident, very tiny little man.
Joe Rogan recently mentioned a list of famous people who fell victim to Floyd Mayweather's deceptive schemes. According to Rogan, Floyd shamelessly manipulated others, pushing bogus investment opportunities and shady arrangements for his own gain.
Was privy to confidential information that was crucial to him pulling off his long con. Also, he knew shit about banking.
Floyd Mayweather didn't just deceive celebrities, he allegedly swindled his fans too. He heavily promoted a cryptocurrency, claiming they'd all profit together. But in truth, Floyd never bought in himself. He merely used his fame to lure people in, then walked away untouched while many suffered financial losses. Fans felt betrayed and angry, with some even mocking him as Scamweather. It's another case of him acting solely in his own interest, regardless of the consequences for others.
Imagine listening to Floyd Mayweather, a man who can't even read, for investing advice. That's exactly what happened last year when he was paid to promote the absolute Ponzi scheme token Ethereum Max, along with other celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Antonio Brown, and Paul Pierce. The coin shortly fell 97% right after the launch, leaving millions of fans and investors bankrupt. So to see what coins you should be actually buying, be sure to follow me. But like I was saying,
bad mistakes. I didn't want to hustle drugs. All I wanted to do was become a champion someday and have something.
Yes, we know, Floyd. You hustled Ethereum Max into people's wallets and then straight out. You weren't promoting financial freedom. You were speedrunning a rug pull. Don't believe everything you see online with these celebrities. They'll even sell their soul for a couple of bucks. They don't care if you go broke. They are already rich. You know what? We should call you Scamweather, not Mayweather.
Often nicknamed Money Mayweather for flaunting his fortune, Floyd has now come under fire for being involved in scams. Despite his wealth, he's accused of misleading both fans and celebrities. The irony is hard to ignore. How does someone so rich turn to dishonest behavior to make more? His actions now cast a shadow over his reputation and raise serious doubts about his integrity.
I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess what?
Drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
There's more scamming to be done.
And it's not over.
Oh my God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God. That's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he fucking did.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
In a recent video, Floyd responded to criticism by saying people call him broke every time he earns more money or promotes something. His defensive reaction suggests he's rattled by growing doubts about his business dealings. Rather than facing the allegations directly, he paints himself as misunderstood, attempting to shift focus from the troubling claims to his financial success.
Warren Buffett, that's in his 80s or 90s, that can still make a ton of money. The Waltons that own Walmart. Bill Gates can still make computers, but soon as someone black, when my career is over as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibitions, it's like, oh man, he's broke. No, it's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's 80 and 90 that's still making hundreds of millions and billions, but soon as somebody black does it, your people, your own people, say, oh, he's broke.
Floyd's public image took another blow when Jake Paul exposed that Logan Paul still hasn't been paid for their match. Logan was promised millions, but hasn't seen the money. Jake claimed Floyd's financial troubles are the real reason for the delay. For someone who boasts nonstop about being wealthy, not honoring payment obligations is telling his flashy lifestyle might not be as real as it seems.
True or false, and why did Floyd Mayweather fully pay up Logan Paul for their fight?
Not God, but my spidey senses tell me nah.
I can guarantee me and Logan Paul, we can go out and make 100 million or more.
And so you think he didn't pay up just because he hasn't got the money?
I think he probably spent it on all the girls he pays to be around him.
Logan Paul reached out to us and said that wanted to do another exhibition. Now this is the same guy that said he didn't get paid. If he did get paid, he wouldn't be trying to get another payday.
He had the audacity to tell the media that I asked for a rematch. Let me just set the record straight. If I haven't been paid for the first one, why would I ask you for a second fight knowing I'm probably also not going to get paid the money that I was owed for my work? Second off, they asked us for a rematch.
Floyd is broke, man. I've been saying it the whole entire time.
Even personal ties weren't safe from Floyd's money issues. Rapper 50 Cent once backed Floyd during his time in jail, helping with promotions and standing by him. But 50 says Floyd never paid back the millions he owed. Instead of making things right, Floyd let their friendship end in conflict. It appears his loyalty depends on money, and when it's time to repay, even long-standing relationships mean little.
This rapper handed Floyd Mayweather the only L of his career. When you Google Floyd, you'll see he's the proud owner of a flawless record, 50 wins and 0 losses. But this record is objectively false. Money May is actually 50-1. The man who gleefully boasts victory over Floyd is 50 Cent. For most of the 2000s, they were friends. Then in 2012, after Floyd got out of prison, 50 claimed Floyd owed him money. Fast forward to 2014, and Floyd threw shade at 50 during the interview. 50 responded by issuing one of the most outrageous troll jobs in internet history.
If you could read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to.
50 quickly followed up to announce Jimmy Kimmel would televise Floyd attempting to read. Even more offensively, 50 downgraded the challenge from Harry Potter to Cat in the Hat. He's even announced his intent to get in the ring with them. Floyd refused to take the challenge, which to me is basically an admission he can't read. Until Floyd either knocks him out or proves he can read at a 3rd grade level, my scorecard reads 50-1. I'm Fred Michael Smith, and that's my take.
Floyd often says people hate him because he flaunts his money and brags constantly. But he misses the point. The real issue isn't his wealth. It's how he uses it to manipulate, belittle, and deceive others. When someone takes advantage of their fame to exploit people, backlash is bound to follow. His pride and arrogance are what people actually resent, not his success.
Takedowns, submissions, kicks, all that jazz. But he's choosing to fight Floyd in a boxing fight just for money, just like Conor McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him. And he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. One of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like fucking $5 million. And so you hate him. People hate him.
He creates envy.
Yes.
Dervona Tank Davis, once signed under Floyd's banner, spoke out after leaving. Tank said he felt mistreated and hinted that Floyd cared more about control and profits than fairness. His comments supported claims that Floyd doesn't nurture talent, but instead uses fighters for his own financial benefit.
So we got more boxing news allegations that Floyd Money Mayweather has gone broke. Now, personally, I don't believe it, but you got Tank making posts, you got other people from Saudi Arabia making posts, so y'all let me know in the comments if y'all really believe this or if they just making these stories up.
Floyd Mayweather is super rich, that he's super balling, and that he's rich beyond belief and all of this stuff, but you guys can't believe the hype, yo. I just got tipped off by one of my homies in Saudi. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I have a very good relationship with a lot of the princes in Saudi are my homies. You know, I've known them for over 15 years. Listen, man, Floyd Mayweather owes a lot of people in the Middle East a lot of money.
Tank didn't hold back. He also claimed Floyd underpaid him, despite his huge popularity and fight revenues. According to Tank, he never got what he was worth, reinforcing the narrative that Mayweather profits off others while keeping them undercompensated.
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focused on. He already did what he had to do, bro.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't follow him for like stand to his soul and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type shit. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting on,
I just have better manager agent.
Deji has secured the bag. After YouTuber Deji's recent boxing match against professional boxer Floyd Mayweather, Deji appeared on the What's Good podcast. YouTuber Mini Minter had a burning question to ask. This comes after fellow YouTuber Logan Paul fought Mayweather back in 2021 and was left unpaid.
I have to ask.
Yeah.
Just because of the Logan fight. I'm not asking how much, but did you get paid at least some of it up front?
Yes.
Okay. Because obviously Logan, when he fought, he keeps talking about how he still hasn't got anything.
Yeah.
And now you have fought him.
Yeah.
You got some of it at least.
Floyd's exhibition match with Deji sparked backlash, with many feeling Deji was misled just like Logan Paul before him. The pattern seems familiar. Floyd builds hype, promises exposure, cashes in, and leaves others feeling shorted. This repeated approach has frustrated fans who accuse him of taking advantage of younger, less seasoned fighters for profit.
Yo, is it me or did Deji just get scammed in Dubai? Deji just got scammed. The fight wasn't even... The fight got called off because he was guarding. I don't understand. And Floyd was basically taking the piss the entire time, fighting the kid. Bro, what was that? And then he changed the gloves from 14 to 10. Didn't want Jake Paul to sit right. Man, you crazy as hell. Refund everybody.
For the match, Deji didn't hold back. He accused Floyd of being petty and disrespectful. According to Deji, Floyd couldn't stand the crowd cheering for someone else and refused to pay the full amount. Afterward, it's ironic that someone obsessed with being the highest paid has no problem with holding money when it benefits him.
In my contract, we were meant to fight 14-ounce gloves, all right? 14-ounce gloves. It's been in my contract from the beginning and to the end. Well, kind of the end. But then last minute, they're like, Floyd wants to fight in 10-ounce gloves. Eventually, I conceded. I said that I'll fight in 10-ounce gloves. It was essentially a pro fight. Mad. But you need to understand, I had a massive adrenaline dump. I was warming up and everything. Warming up with my 14-ounce gloves, whatever, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And then I get the news, 10-ounce gloves. And then it's literally an hour and a half of nothing going on. He also told me that when you get into the clinch, just tell Floyd, like, relax a little bit. And he'll relax in the power. No, trust me, he was hitting me hard. But I clinched him and I'm like, bruh, relax. And you know what he said to me? Shut up. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I do what I want.
Floyd's bout with Oscar De La Hoya is still debated, with many fans and analysts insisting Oscar won. But the judges ruled in Floyd's favor, leading to accusations that politics and influence, not performance, secured his win. This added to claims that Floyd uses his power to bend outcomes when talent alone doesn't guarantee victory.
I laid out the blueprint. Yes, they gave him the decision. They gave him the fight. He beat me, but the blueprint is right there. Just look at it. I took it out of the vault and I handed it over to Canelo Alvarez.
Like Floyd Mayweather says, everybody has their time. And this is Saul Canelo's time, right now.
Fuck Oscar De La Hoya, I kicked his ass. And everybody that Oscar De La Hoya gave the blueprint to, I kicked their ass too. Fuck Oscar De La Hoya. How you gonna have a blueprint on how to beat me and you didn't beat me? I can give two flying fucks about him. He's nice shit to me.
All men who enter the ring will inevitably leave.
As a fighter, you know, deep down inside, you know if you win or you lose. Did you know? I felt that I won. I felt that it can go either way, especially when Mayweather's father came straight at me and he goes, Oscar, you beat my son.
Wait, he told you right after the fight?
Oh, yeah. And a funny story about that, too. We had a rematch clause in our contract. This is something I negotiated as well. If he beats me, I get a rematch. It was a 1-year clause. Guess what he did? He retired for 1 year and 1 day.
Are you joking?
No. True story. Nobody knows this, but it's in the contract.
What? So how often did you guys try to get another thing going? It was always no, not interested. No, not interested.
Yeah, not interested. I'm retiring. I'm out of the sport.
But sure enough, a day after that contract was over, he announces his unretirement.
Floyd's envy goes beyond his opponents. He's shown resentment toward Deontay Wilder too. Wilder's knockout ability and thrilling style stand in contrast to Floyd's defensive strategy. And showboating, it seems Floyd struggles, with others stealing the spotlight, especially when they earn it through raw talent and fan appeal.
I'm about to see you run around the ring, slap here, a slap there, slap a little bit there, slap a little bit there, let me move around. Don't see the champ. Boxes. And when that right hand of Thanos come down with all them Infinity Stones and put people on Dream Street, it's nighttime. He goes viral. Deontay Wilder gives viral knockouts. You don't go viral. Not for no knockouts, you don't. You definitely don't go viral for that. So I don't know what the hell you thought this was. Somebody really finna rock with you would think like, oh, well, yeah, man, you know. Oh, yeah, Floyd coming back. No, we don't give two left shoes in quicksand, Floyd. Your time has come and gone. You robbed the bank, plenty of times. More power to you.
Shane Mosley, a respected name in the sport, once praised Oscar De La Hoya as the top fighter during Floyd's prime. That kind of recognition is hard for Floyd to accept. It stings to see fellow legends choose someone else over him. And that only fuels his insecurity and bitterness toward other stars in boxing.
I think if you take, we know guys are different ages. If you take Oscar, Manny, and Floyd all at their best.
Yeah, I think Oscar would have been the top one.
Really?
Yeah.
Better than, and obviously Floyd likes to call himself the best ever.
Nah.
So Oscar, you'd say, out of everyone you've ever fought, so many professional fights, so many great fighters.
The reason why I say that for me in my era of Oscar is because we kind of grew up together and I knew where he came from. I knew how hard he worked.
Right.
And I've been in the ring with him so many different times.
Yeah.
And every time I was in the ring with him, sparring or not sparring, it was very tough.
It was a war, yeah.
It was a war, it was tough. And he always made it tough because he really...
Floyd's questionable money moves aren't limited to boxing. He also pushed NFT projects that ended in disaster. Many fans trusted his name and invested, only to see their money vanish. He hyped these tokens with little to no substance behind them, used his celebrity influence, and then disappeared when things collapsed.
You won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather is back in the NFT space to launch his metaverse called Mayweverse. There will be 5,000 NFTs with different utility, rarity levels, and rewards. But this NFT project is after a series of NFT and crypto scams he's started and promoted throughout the years. Some abandoned projects are Centra ICO, Ethereum Max, Floyd NFT, Bored Bunny, scamming his supporters for over more than $5 million. What do you think? Follow for more NFT news.
Joe Rogan even called out the NFT scene, especially the ones Floyd was involved in, labeling them as untrustworthy. His comments highlight how public figures are catching on to Floyd's pattern sell hype, make bank, and exit when things go south. Floyd's deep need to be seen as the greatest in sports shows a deeper insecurity, especially when others like Wilder are celebrated for their genuine skill and thrilling performances. His jealousy shows in his actions, words, and constant need to dominate the spotlight.
Really disgusting. Floyd Mayweather, you are a very insecure, unconfident, very tiny little man. I'm coming out of retirement in 2020. So? Nobody gives a fuck. We rock with Deontay Wilder. The little booger nose man era is over with. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. The only reason why you were doing those numbers on pay-per-view is because, guess what? The Klitschko brothers had the most god-awfulest, boringest, hellacious reign in the heavyweight division, where the heavyweights were basically non-existent. They were all over there in Europe, and nobody gave a fuck about it. It's the only reason why, Floyd, that you were doing all these pay-per-view numbers, because trust me, had the champ been on the scene then, which is Deontay Wilder, trust me, you won numbers, but not the way you would have done, not what you did, though. That's being honest, okay? Because guess what? All that shoe tapping and buck dancing and boot licking and butter biscuit eating that you do, we weren't going for. You are jealous of Deontay Wilder. You are envious of Deontay Wilder because you wish you were as big as him. You wish you had the power he had with the skill that you had, but you don't. You're a pillow-fisted, boot-licking crybaby who's an attention whore. We don't give a damn about. You no longer get support, so you telling something, let's see who's the biggest star. Floyd, we don't fuck with you like that. You done. Oh, I'm with Gucci. How about you get a book and read, you stupid hoe? How about you do that? You illiterate retard. How about you do that? Can you even spit?
That wraps up today's discussion. Stay tuned for more updates coming soon.